This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Beautiful shot over the horizon of Sarasota there this morning. Some sun slowly coming up.
Yeah, you might see little lightning sheets, as they call it. Not quite strikes, but the whole sky lights up. I saw it a couple times this morning already.
Yeah. Mother Nature's fireworks, I think, is what the meteorologists like to call it sometimes.
Yeah, speaking of which, I think John has some green moving blobs off the coast this morning.
Indeed, and it goes beyond green. We have some bright reds out there actually as well. Taking a look at the maps, you can see that those showers gradually getting closer to the coastline. In fact, we have some moving onto the coast now down to the south of us in Charlotte County. Manasota, Stump Pass, areas around Don Pedro Island all seeing a little activity. Most of the stuff to the north staying offshore at this hour, but it'll all be moving onshore with a sea breeze building early today. A mix of sun and clouds starts the day, getting us to a temperature in the 80s pretty quickly, and we'll top it out near 90 with about a 50% chance of rainfall, first near the coast, then inland. Complete forecast in a minute.
All right, talk to you soon. A little build up there on 64 eastbound as you head toward the interstate, also State Road 70 westbound as you head toward US 301. Farther south now into Sarasota County. Nothing to speak of right now, all clear in the middle section of Sarasota County. And then South County map will show us a little build up there on 41 southbound as you head into Venice. 6:02 now on your Wednesday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, President Trump is still without a legislative victory now that one of his major campaign promises has failed.
Opponents of Obamacare say they'll regroup and try again later. ABC's Janae Norman has the latest.
Republicans promised to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act, but the president's top legislative priority that barely made it out of the House alive is now dead in the Senate, with a group of Republicans pulling the plug.
I'm certainly disappointed. For 7 years I've been hearing repeal and replace from Congress, and I've been hearing it loud and strong, and then when we finally get a chance to repeal and replace, they don't take advantage of it.
It was a staple on President Trump's campaign.
We're going to repeal and replace Obamacare.
Vowing to repeal and replace, but in the face of a legislative failure, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell plans to hold a vote early next week on a repeal-only bill, a plan that appears dead on arrival as 3 Republican senators have already said they'll vote against it.
We'll let Obamacare fail, and then the Democrats are going to come to us and they're going to say, how do we fix it? How do we fix it?
We're going to vote to repeal it, I think.
Republicans voted more than 60 times to repeal all or part of Obamacare, but that was when President Obama was in the White House and had veto power to stop it. Now, with Trump at the helm, some are reversing course. Moderates concerned repealing without a replacement could leave their constituents hanging.
I do not think that it is going to be constructive to repeal a law that at this point is so interwoven within our healthcare system.
And today, President Trump has invited all GOP senators to the White House to talk about health care and to plot a path forward. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
New revelations overnight from the White House about President Trump's interactions with Russian President Vladimir Putin earlier this month. The White House now says there was a second informal meeting between the two leaders. White House spokesman Sean Spicer says the president and Putin spoke during a dinner at the G20 summit. That second meeting was just hours after a formal, more public conversation earlier that day. It's still not clear, though, what was discussed at that second meeting.
An update this morning on a former Speaker of the House convicted of bank fraud. Dennis Hastert was released from federal prison yesterday after serving 13 months of a 15-month sentence. The ex-speaker admitted to sexually abusing teen boys while he coached at an Illinois high school. He pled guilty to illegally withdrawing more than $950,000 to buy the silence of one of his victims. He now faces 2 years of supervised release. Hastert served 20 years in Congress and 8 years serving as the highest-ranking member of the House before retiring in 2007.
It is almost 6:05 now. Frontier Airlines preparing to double in size. The airline is adding 21 new cities and 85 new routes. Florida cities like Tampa, Miami, and Orlando will all get expanded service. Tampa will gain the most new routes, 11 new destinations. Frontier is hoping to operate 314 non-stop flights by next summer.
New New developments this morning out of Arizona as one man is thankful to be alive after surviving a deadly flash flood. His close call in those waters all captured on his GoPro camera. Take a look. Now that same flood swept away 14 people and killed 9 members of the same family, including 6 children. One of those family members is still missing and the search for him is set to continue today.
I shouldn't be here, but somehow I am. Those kids, they were so young. And they had no chance against that river. It was just too powerful.
Well, more storms and heavy rains and wind are expected today across Arizona. Meanwhile, the Detweiler fire burning in California continues to spread rapidly. Fire crews and employees from across the state are joining in to help. Since the fire began on Sunday, it has already scorched more than 11,000 acres, forcing hundreds to evacuate their homes. Cattle ranches and businesses are also in danger of being destroyed. Firefighters say they have never seen a wildfire shift direction so erratically. It's forced them to constantly shift their own positions to try and battle that blaze. One structure has already been destroyed and countless acres of feed have been lost.
Back in Florida, the state has fast-tracked concealed weapons permits to 82,000 active duty military and veterans. This comes after a terror-related shooting at a pair of military installations in Tennessee 2 years ago. Agriculture Commissioner Adam Putnam and Governor Rick Scott helped expedite the process. Florida leads the nation in a number of concealed firearm permits. The state has seen heavy demand for concealed carry licenses.
This is just one example of what we do through our department to make Florida the most veteran and military-friendly state in the nation.
Florida also upgraded security at National Guard recruitment centers, including the arming of Guard members.
And speaking of Adam Putnam, the leading Republican contender for governor says he supports allowing guns on college campuses and also letting residents carry guns out in the open. Putnam says there should be fewer gun-free zones within the state, as there are currently places where permit holders cannot have guns. Legislators have proposed letting concealed weapon permit holders take their guns on university campuses, but Putnam would not say if he would repeal the ban on guns in stadiums. Florida schools can now follow the state's recess laws without having to take students outside. The Florida Department of Education says there's nothing in a new state law that dictates where recess must take place. State legislators passed a bill earlier this year that requires 20 minutes of free play recess each day, but it does exempt charter schools. Superintendents must let the state know if they are complying with that new mandate before September 1st. Meanwhile, here at home, a group of college students is having an incredible opportunity to experience history outside of the classroom this summer. The State College of Florida sent a group of 8 students and 2 faculty members on a 10-day trip to Western Europe. Sounds nice, right? Well, they'll be visiting sites like the House of Parliament, Buckingham Palace, the Louvre, and Vatican City. SCF says it's been so successful, they're already planning a 10-day trip for next year. The destinations will include London, Paris, and Amsterdam.
Looks like Vatican City, perhaps?
Yeah, I think that was St. Peter's Square there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice.
They've already made it to the Vatican.
I know.
So.
Ah, jealous. So jealous.
Nice trip.
What an incredible place that is.
Yeah. Still on my bucket list to visit too.
Should be. Should be. We're looking at some beautiful weather shaping up for you this week because we need the wet stuff still, and we'll see more of it. We'll talk about that in a second.
Also, still ahead, the latest in the controversial police shooting in Minneapolis.
We'll tell you why authorities are saying as the victim's family demands answers after this.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
As a singer-songwriter, it's all about creating high-performance art that moves people. Same is true in making gorgeous cars. Fiat designs it. You're the artist.
Choose your palette just about any color combo inside out. No small wonder, state-of-the-art style Fiat.
Now this moves me.
Oh, they're playing my song.
Let the art of Fiat move you at Fiat of Sarasota.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Most of us are starting off the morning with a very calm, quiet kind of condition, though it is a little humid out there with the temperature and dew point pretty close together. We're seeing our relative humidities high again this morning, coming in around 94. East wind light at about 3. It'll be shifting as well to the west as that sea breeze develops, and it'll bring a few more showers over land as we head into the next 4 or 5 hours. 76 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca, Parrish, Bradenton. Lakewood Ranch comes in at 77, so is Northport, Punta Gorda at 76. 79 Inglewood and Venice, and Longboat Key a little bit warmer, coming in at 80 degrees. Probably got a few scattered showers right now in progress in upper Longboat Key. Across the state of Florida, obviously lots of moisture to work with. We have showers ongoing at this hour, mostly over the more unstable areas of water body. Those water bodies producing those showers, and gradually as the winds begin to develop more of an easterly or a westerly flow, rather, with a sea breeze close to the coast, as the land warms, we'll see some of these showers over the more unstable water bodies begin to move a little bit closer to the shore. We're already seeing a little bit of activity down here in Charlotte County, but most of us along areas of the Suncoast haven't seen any rainfall so far. It's been offshore, but it's getting closer. What was a few hours ago 10 miles offshore, now just a few miles offshore. And although these clusters of showers are in the process of dissipating as the land starts to heat and the sea breeze begins to form, we'll see them rebuild close to the coastline or over the coastline as we head into the 10, 11, 12 o'clock hours. Those showers, like yesterday, could produce some fairly heavy rainfall as they'll be slow movers. Got some light rain now falling. Areas like Minnesota or Cape Hayes, Rotunda, Gasparilla, seeing a little bit of light rainfall. Nothing real heavy. High pressure, the dominant weather feature for us, stays in place right straight into the weekend. In fact, what it may do is move a little further to the east, centering itself over the Atlantic and nosing in across the state of Florida, building just a little bit and producing slightly lesser rain chances for the weekend. But for the most part, the pattern that we have right now, which favors those early sea breeze onsets and taking the showers and pushing them toward the other coast in the afternoon, will stay with us for at least the next 3 or 4 days. So early coastal storms followed by afternoon storms moving inland, leaving the coast a little bit clearer during the sunset hours particularly. And that pattern staying into the weekend. By the second half of the weekend, I think we may see things change just a little bit. That because the drier air, indicated here by the cooler colors of blue and turquoise, begins to kind of pinch out the drier, or the more humid air rather, over the state of Florida. It won't eliminate it completely, but it may impede the production of showers just a little bit. Showers form along the coast. They move inland. Heaviest of the rain will be on the other coast. That's a pattern that will repeat again tomorrow. Coastal showers moving inland, heaviest stuff away from our coastline. In fact, we could get some rainfall totals in central Florida along the spine of the state that come in excess of 3 inches over the next couple of days. So some pretty good rainfall, and this is good because this actually is an aquifer recharge zone, so it's nice to get the rainfall there. Folks can use it most everywhere in the southern part of central Florida. So it's good to see it in that location. Forecast for us calls for a continuation of this general flow of air with a sea breeze front kicking off the coastal showers first, followed by inland showers later. 50% chance of that. And then maybe some slightly drier air works in as we head into the end of the weekend, beginning of next work week. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Let's take a look at traffic this morning. 301 State Road 70, all looking pretty good. It looks like 64 heading towards downtown Bradenton, really seeing your biggest congestion in Manatee County. As we head into Sarasota County, looks like there is some congestion on Bee Ridge Road as you're heading towards the interstate. And right as you pass by the Clark exit on I-75, seeing some slowdowns in 41 heading southbound into South County as you pass by Stickney Point Bridge as well. But looking pretty clear if you're heading throughout Venice, Nokomis, or Osprey on your Wednesday morning. New developments this morning involving the deadly police shooting in Minneapolis.
Unusual story. A yoga instructor was killed after calling 911 for help, and now her heartbroken family is demanding answers. ABC's Maggie Rully has details.
An investigation into last weekend's police shooting that left bride-to-be Justine Damon dead reveals the identities of both officers, Mohammed Noor and his partner Matthew Harity. Harity was interviewed early Tuesday. Noor so far has declined to be interviewed.
We cannot compel Officer Noor to make a statement. I wish we could.
Justine Damon had moved here from Australia, calling it a spiritual journey.
Had moved my whole life over.
A yoga and meditation teacher, she planned to marry Don Damon next month.
Our hearts are broken, and we are utterly devastated by the loss of Justine.
But everything changed on Saturday night at 11:28 when she called 911 to report a possible assault in the alley behind her home. 4 minutes later, Justine is shot in the abdomen and killed by police. Officer Harity, who was driving, says as they reached the scene, he was startled by a loud sound near the squad car. Immediately after, he says, a woman appeared. Officer Noor, who was in the passenger seat, then fired through the open driver's side window. Noor is a 31-year-old, 2-year veteran of the force. City records show he's had 3 complaints filed against him. 2 are still open. Investigators are aware of no video or audio of the incident. Body and dash cameras were off at the time of the shooting, but they are seeking for help from the public.
We're trying to figure out what happened. We don't know yet.
Asking for a young white man who was bicycling in the area to come forward. Maggie Rully, ABC News, New York.
Awful story there. Still ahead, new details about tomorrow's nationally televised parole hearing for O.J. Simpson.
The latest as the former football star hopes to be set free after 9 years in prison. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year.
That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
Keep up with your investments and market trends by watching the ABC 7 Stock Report. Get a recap of all the day's stock market activity. Be sure to watch your Suncoast News at 6 for the ABC 7 Stock Report, sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Oh, your voice is much more pleasant than mine is. We'll let
Beautiful
you sing
shot.
it.
Thanks to our viewer Victoria Strasser, who posted this look at a rainbow at Tidewater Preserve in Bradenton.
Oh, just love that shot. If you guys have any pictures of your own, feel free to send them to us. We'd love to see some of those pictures and feature them right here on Good Morning Suncoast every morning.
And you and I will be at Friday Fest on Friday. We'd love to meet the folks out there at
That's right.
Van Wezel. They do it 4 times a year, and the next one is Friday between 5 and 8:30. A great band will be there, and we'll be there as well. So
That's right.
we'd love to see you.
Yeah, grab a quick selfie if you're coming over there.
Yeah, we'll be there. 6:23 now on your Wednesday morning.
Well, O.J. Simpson is headed back in front of a parole board tomorrow.
As ABC's Matt Gutman tells us, Simpson could once again be a free man.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details this morning about O.J. Simpson's upcoming parole hearing, which could set him free after 9 years at this prison in the Nevada wilderness. Simpson was convicted of a botched robbery against Bruce Fromong and his friend in 2007. It was an attempt, Simpson said, to get back his personal memorabilia, one which instead got him up to a 33-year sentence. We expect to hear from a now 70-year-old O.J. Simpson in Thursday's parole hearing, which will be streamed live to the public. He'll have a few family members with him inside, along with his lawyer and that victim, Bruce Fromong, who is expected to speak in support of O.J. And coming up at 7 a.m., Dan Abrams and Nancy Grace weigh in live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Matt Gutman, ABC News, Reno, Nevada.
Got a minute? Not for me, for you.
New Aveeno Positively Radiant 60-second in-shower facial works with steam to reveal glowing skin in just 1 minute.
Aveeno, naturally beautiful results. Come on.
Oreo Thins. A thin twist on the Oreo cookie you love.
When you schedule with Safe by Autoglass, you get a text when we're on our way. You can see exactly when we'll arrive. I'm Micah with Safe Flight,
Thanks for coming. It's right over here.
giving you a few more minutes for what matters most. Take care.
Safe Flight Repair, Safe Flight Replace.
When you've got nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Here's Pepto-Bismol.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Chef Alan Bristow. This is Chef Bob Patella. We're with Publix Aprons Cooking School. Bob, what are you going to cook for us today?
We're going to do a little bit of a Thai dish. We're going to do some Thai chicken thighs with a tomato salad.
Nice.
Now, we're going to make a marinade, and we're going to use that marinade to marinate the chicken and to make the tomato salad. Now, with Thai cooking, they have 4 things: sweet, salty, hot, and sour. And here is the sweet. This is the brown sugar, all right? Salty is our wonderful soy sauce, okay? Our hot is my sriracha. I made brownies with sriracha once. You guys got to try it.
Bob's ketchup.
Yeah, and then we got a little bit of sour with a little bit of fish sauce, and then we're going to put some garlic and ginger in here. Now, what you want to do with this is take all this, add some olive oil to it. All right, Thai olive oil, by the way. Just kidding. There's no such thing. All right, a little bit of fresh basil. And fresh cilantro, because I always get stuck with the cilantro. And now we're not going to add salt to this, all right, because of the soy sauce and all that stuff. And what we're going to do before we do anything else is we take our nice tomatoes I diced up, take a little bit of that, that's for our tomato salad. Then we take the rest and we marinate our chicken.
Fantastic.
Now the chicken you want to marinate for at least an hour. Over here in the grill pan, this has been marinating. We take the chicken off, we grill it off, get that nice flavor.
Great smell.
And what's cool with this dish is you can do this with chicken, you can do it with steak, you can put it over greens, you can do it with rice, whatever you want. It's all in the marinade. And with Thai cooking, if you blend all those flavors, you get the good stuff. I'm actually being serious here, so it's pretty cool stuff.
Change.
It's good stuff, man. And this is something that we do in the school, too. This is a simple meals recipe, but we do a lot of Thai cooking and Asian cooking in our cooking school, and you can have me and Alan show you how.
Excellent. Thank you, Bob. Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by our Publix Apron Simple Meals kiosk to pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients after you try this wonderful meal. Great job, Bob. Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions, or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-759-0203, 800-759-0203.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Pack the family up in style in the all-new Chrysler Pacifica. With over 100 standard and available safety features, it's the ultimate family vehicle. Get yours today for just $24,999 or get America's best value. A new Dodge Journey for as little as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye. And over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation.
1-800-813-0109.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Giulia. But the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, after being sentenced to death more than a decade ago, a local man convicted in the murder of a Suncoast girl is granted a new sentencing. Why a new Florida law is sending his case back to court.
Plus, police arrest 2 men for a robbery in a Manatee County park. We'll have the story.
And Longboat Key has officially hired a new town manager. We'll tell you what local administrator is stepping down. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, up to Wednesday, July the 19th? 6:31, pretty sunrise in progress there.
Certainly is a beautiful shot there. Every single morning when we wake up, we love seeing this shot.
It's like a kaleidoscope. However, there are some showers off the coast. Let's get details now from John Scalzi.
Indeed, there are a few scattered showers around going straight to radar. You can see those down to the south, particularly around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, producing some rain over, well, mostly areas of Gasparilla getting tagged by some heavier rainfall. But to the north, and most of those showers staying offshore and in the process kind of dissipating. We'll see them redevelop under a mix of sun and clouds. Our temperatures will rapidly build into the 80s. That'll start our sea breeze early, and by the lunchtime hour, I suspect most of us along the coastline will see about a 50% chance of rain. Those storms move inland later in the day. Complete forecast in a minute.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Southbound traffic on 301 quite congested as you pass State Road 70 in Manatee County. Otherwise, all clear in that county. Farther south into Sarasota, some buildups first off on 41 as you cross through the Bayfront and also up 41 toward 10th Street. And then Clark's showing a slowdown in the eastbound lane. Farther south, all clear at 6:32 on your Wednesday morning.
Having our local news this morning, parts of one of Sarasota's busiest north to south roadways is still closed this morning.
Yeah, the issue is Beneva Road between Clark and Proctor. As our Rick Adams tells us, this might last several more days.
Well, Beneva Road here heading south towards Clark Road has remained shut down because of a water main break and extensive damage to the road. This has caused some major headaches for folks around here.
It's been a headache, that's for sure.
Madison Scheid is like many other people who are feeling the frustration of having Beneva Road closed the last few days following a water main break Monday morning because of some aging pipes. Scheid and her stepdad live in the Beneva Woods development, which is right near where the water main break happened.
It's been so difficult. We are so used to being able to go to Publix whenever we want and go to the beach whenever we want. Now we have to take a long trip around, and it's really been a problem.
Sarasota County officials say the water main failure has been repaired, but it caused lots of damage to the road.
We certainly apologize for the inconvenience. We're doing everything we can to open the road as quickly as possible, but asking motorists to avoid the area and find alternate routes.
In addition to the road closure, 159 homes are being asked to boil their water. That boil water advisory is expected to be lifted sometime on Wednesday.
There were some challenges. We went to McDonald's a number of times because couldn't use the bathroom, and I imagine a lot of people probably had to do that.
And for Bob Wilson's wife, Sandy, she offers this advice while Beneva Road remains shut down.
Put a couple extra minutes into doing this, that's all, and figure out your route as to the shortest way to get to your point of destination.
And Sarasota County officials tell us this part of Beneva Road should be reopening sometime before 5 o'clock Friday afternoon or sooner. Reporting from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
New developments overnight in the case of Joseph Smith. He's the man who was sentenced to death back in 2006 after being convicted in the murder of 11-year-old Carly Bruscia. Smith will now be getting a new sentence. This after the motion for a new sentence was granted earlier this week at the Sarasota County Judicial Center. The change comes after the Florida Supreme Court ruled a jury must unanimously vote on capital punishment. However, in Smith's case, his death sentence was imposed by a 10-2 jury vote. This week, Judge Charles Roberts ordered a new penalty phase be examined, but this does not overturn Smith's conviction. Smith was found guilty of abducting and murdering Carly Bruscia back in 2004, and that entire crime was caught on surveillance video at a Sarasota car wash where the abduction happened. In Manatee County, the Sheriff's Office needs your help finding a missing child. Investigators believe 4-year-old Megan Blakely, the little girl on your screen, is with her father, Michael Blakely. Information about their whereabouts are unknown, and deputies are not sure whether Megan is in danger this morning. If anyone has information on Megan or her father's whereabouts, you're being asked to call the Manatee County Sheriff's Office immediately.
Heavy rain might be to blame for a police boat sinking in Bradenton yesterday. Marina staff in downtown Bradenton told police their boat was going down at the Twin Dolphin Marina on 1st Avenue West. It's about a block from the police station. Within hours, the police dive team geared up and helped take the boat out of the water.
A robbery attempt at a park leads to the arrest of 2 men in Manatee County. Deputies say the victim was at a park off 1st Avenue East in Bradenton on Monday night. According to the police report, 2 men threatened the victim with a gun before the victim ran to a nearby house and called police. Dustin Root and Christian Comfort were found a few blocks away and later arrested. Deputies, however, did not find a gun on either suspect. Both are now in custody at the Manatee County Jail. Developing overnight in Sarasota County, the Sheriff's Office has made 9 arrests of unlicensed contractors in an undercover operation. That sting lasting for just 3 days as detectives worked with the Sarasota County Building Department and 2 other state agencies to contact people advertising home repair services that require a license to complete. Now, deputies found that none of the 9 men arrested had a current contractor's license. They're all now facing 11 felonies and 7 misdemeanor charges. Deputies say the incident is a good reminder to always seek licensed contractors to work on your home or business.
A follow-up now on new parking planned for St. Armand's Circle. Sarasota City Commission is expected to vote in September, and if all goes well, they'll break ground for a new parking garage in January. Sarasota's parking director gave an update yesterday to the St. Armand's Business Improvement District. The plan is for a $17 million 500-space garage. It would be in the parking lot behind the Columbia restaurant. If approved, construction will begin early next year and take about 12 to 14 months to complete. The head of the Business Improvement District says extra parking is long overdue for St. Armand's.
The #1 complaint from Visitors Circle is lack of parking. Number 2 is lack of restrooms, which we're also trying to address as well. And the parking garage will create some restrooms in the garage, so we're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Some neighbors were concerned about the lighting or landscaping, but Michaud says both those issues have since been addressed.
An update this morning on a proposed business tax in Sarasota. Commissioners have voted against the 5% increase. Last year, the tax generated just over $900,000 in revenue. The city proposed an increase in those fees for the 2017-2018 budget year. And although the vote passed on its first reading, it was struck down in a 3-2 vote earlier this week.
It's a lot to somebody that's trying to make ends meet, that's trying to pay employees, that's trying to buy inventory, that's trying to grow. And at the end of the day, it sends the wrong message to the city of Sarasota and the greater community that you know, we're taxing businesses, we're opposed to businesses. We want to send the opposite message that we are open for business.
The 5% business tax increase would have generated an additional $47,000, which would have added to the city's $65 million general fund.
Longboat Key has officially hired a new town manager. Commissioners agreed to terms for a contract with Tom Harmer. He was the Sarasota County Administrator for the past 5 years. Harmer's taking a pay cut to run the much smaller government from $207,000 to $187,000 a year. He'll replace Dave Bullock, who is retiring. Bullock says Harmer is very qualified to replace him.
Tom's got great experience. He's been an emergency manager, and we are a barrier island. He's been a fire chief. He's been a city manager. He's been a county administrator, and he's worked in the private sector recently. So when you combine that experience, and then he comes with a ready-made local and statewide network.
Harmer doesn't begin until later on this year. Now, we reached out for an interview with Harmer, but a spokesman said he wasn't available yesterday. So I then said to the spokesman, how about any morning this week? Can he talk to us? No response. 6:39 right now. I got a note from a viewer who said there's some flooding right now near the Ritz on 41 as you're heading in the toward the Bayfront. Heavy rain from yesterday caused flooding still this morning.
I'll be darned.
There you go. Residual rain.
I don't know why it's lasting that long.
It happens there sometimes.
It should kind of wash away pretty quickly if the storm sewers are open and working, right?
I think it would. That's right.
We have showers and thunderstorms in the forecast again today. We'll talk about that in a second.
I also still had details of an upcoming live broadcast of Aaron Sorkin's A Few Good Men.
We'll tell you what big-name actor is set to star in the production if you can handle the truth. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Beautiful shot here looking south towards Siesta Key where there's a little bit of light drizzle coming from some of those clouds. Nothing really heavy, though. Coastline hasn't seen a whole lot of heavy rainfall. Now, that's sunrise. Take a look at sunset here from a picture sent in by one of our viewers, Bill Campbell. Really appreciate this one. Sent in from Charlotte County, Zephyr Waterway down there, showing a beautiful sunset, despite the fact that we have a few lingering clouds from the thunderstorm activity that was mostly in inland areas by that time of day. Currently, we're looking at a 77-degree air temperature with a dew point of 75. East wind light at about 3 will allow for that early onset sea breeze to produce some scattered showers over land, though right now the rainfall over land is kind of few and far between right now. Looking at some temperatures that are slightly cooler around Punta Gorda than they are along the immediate coast. Inglewood coming in at 79, Venice at 79. Rotunda just slightly cooler as well. Moving back toward Punta Gorda, cooler as well. There's some showers ongoing there, some thunderstorm downdraft. 75 degrees Wauchula, Myakka, Arcadia, 76 Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch at 77, and Longboat Key coming in at 80. There are the showers kind of lined up along the coastline. Hasn't been a whole lot over land right now. And we do have a trough of low pressure located to the north. Again, a focal point for showers today. But the amount of shower activity falling in North Florida, a little bit less than it has been over the last several days. The general southeasterly wind flow in the southern tip of the state producing some scattered showers. And as I mentioned, we've got some leftover boundaries and more of an unstable air mass over water at night producing these showers that we see in progress here. Gradually trying to drift a little bit closer to land over the last hour or so. That is due to the beginnings of the land starting to heat and the eventual motion of those storms closer to the coastline. Siesta Key, as I mentioned, getting a little bit of light drizzle. Places getting not much in the way of any kind of heavy rainfall, except down in the southern tip, where areas around Gasparilla and southern parts of Rotunda seeing some pretty good rainfall currently caused by a thunderstorm that got a little bit closer to shore. We're looking at high pressure being the dominant weather feature for us, bringing those light and variable winds that will allow for an early sea breeze to form. That sea breeze again triggering off a shower earlier in the day. So probably by around 10, 11, 12 o'clock, showers along the coastline. And by that, I mean from the interstate to the Gulf waters, that zone seeing better chances of rainfall, about 50% chance. During that lunchtime, we'll start to see those showers begin to be pushed a little bit further toward the inland areas, so that east of the interstate during the afternoon hours, you'll get the rainfall, and some of it a little bit heavier there. Slow-moving storms could produce a fair amount of rain. And again, like yesterday, some localized street flooding possible. We're watching the heaviest of the rain again falling in central Florida and the other coast as that sea breeze moves a pretty good distance inland, aided by a general southwesterly wind flow developing in the afternoon. So early coastal storms, afternoon storms in inland areas, and then that pattern staying with us probably into the weekend, when then we may see a little bit of a shift. RPM computer model shows the showers building, moving inland. Heaviest rain in inland areas. And then tomorrow, showers along the coast during the morning hours, followed by inland showers later in the day. And Friday, probably a similar sort of situation. Though rain chances may go down a little bit as we head into the second half of the weekend, we're still going to see the heaviest rain in inland areas where 3-inch rainfall is certainly possible. Far away from the United States, two areas that we continue to monitor. One, what was Dawn, but Dawn's gone. It has just been wiped off the map by some strong winds and drier air, and then a 30% chance of that storm developing. But even if it did, computer models indicating that it'll probably scoot out into the open waters and not be a threat to land. Plus, it'll encounter some of those same problems that Dawn did with some shearing winds. So we'll watch and see and let you know. Otherwise, 50% chance of showers into the weekend, followed by lesser rain chances as we head into next work week. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Don. Let's take a look at traffic in Manatee County. Looks like there's some big slowdowns heading southbound on 301 and also 301 heading northbound as you pass by State Road 70. A few stoppage road points on downtown Bradenton as we head into Sarasota County. Looks like there's some congestion on Clark Road as you head towards the interstate. Also 41 seeing some more traffic heading north and southbound as our morning commute gets underway. And in South County, looking pretty quiet throughout that area. Not a whole lot going on. No accidents, which is some great news at 6:47 on your Wednesday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, we all know that stress is bad for your health, but what about its impact on your brain?
Well, a new study suggests there is a connection. Research from University of Wisconsin found that even one major stressful event, even early in your life, can have an impact on your brain health.
Makes sense.
The team looked at data from over 1,300 respondents reporting experiences such as losing a job, divorce, or the death of a child. As usual, experts believe that a healthy lifestyle and diet can help reduce the risk of damage to your brain.
Well, could a bacteria actually help patients with stomach problems? Well, there's some medical evidence that shows probiotics help with respiratory tract infections and fighting bad resistant bacteria in your stomach. You can find probiotic yogurt. You can also take pills, but some companies are also cashing in by marketing products with added probiotics such as juices, waters, and even brownie mix. In entertainment news this morning, it appears singer Ed Sheeran is frustrated with social media.
Well, he turned off his account last month on Twitter, but now it came back on yesterday. Fans speculate he took it down after being criticized by some for his cameo performance on Game of Thrones. Sheeran has said before that negative comments directed at him on Twitter has caused him to turn off his account.
And 36-year-old Jessica Alba is expecting baby number 3. The actress and co-founder of The Honest Company went on Facebook Monday to make the big announcement that she and husband Cash Warren are expecting. She posted, quote, "Cash Warren and I are officially going to be outnumbered." Alba and Warren already have 2 other daughters, 9-year-old Honor and 5-year-old Haven.
And Alec Baldwin is set to star in a live 3-hour TV version of A Few Good Men. Yeah, he's taking the role of Colonel Jessup that Jack Nicholson played in the film version. A Few Good Men is about military lawyers who uncover a high-level conspiracy. It's expected to air on NBC sometime next spring. Quite a departure from Sound of Music and up in Greece.
Well, it could be an interesting show. Looks pretty interesting.
I bet it will be. Still ahead, the latest viral video taking the internet by storm.
We'll tell you how this goat managed to break into an office when we come back.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service, quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALT named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think it up.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Beautiful sunrise in progress. Suncoast, indeed.
Very orange this morning. Sometimes we see those pastel colors as the morning progresses, but very bright out there already.
Very nice. 6:53, July 19th. Glad you're with us.
Let's take a look at some of the top stories here on the Suncoast today.
Work continues today on a busy stretch of Beneva between Clark and Proctor. A water main break on Monday caused a hole in the road and lanes remain closed. It should reopen later this week.
Plus, the man sentenced to death in 2006 in the murder of 11-year-old Carly Brusha is getting a new sentence. Joseph Smith was granted a motion for a new sentence earlier this week. It comes after the Florida Supreme Court ruled a jury must unanimously vote on capital punishment.
And if all goes as planned, the city will break ground in less than 6 months on a new parking garage in St. Armand Circle. The $17 million, 500-space garage would go in Adams Drive behind the Columbia restaurant.
And taking a look at traffic this morning, it's increasing throughout Manatee County on 301, also State Road 70. Also on the other side of the bridges towards Palmetto, seeing some more slowdowns. I-75 looking good as we head into Sarasota County. Clark Road heading towards the interstate, seeing some slowdowns, as well as 41, heading north and southbound as you pass by Fruitville and in between Bee Ridge Road. As we head into South County, pretty quiet, just your normal congestion areas throughout that area this morning. John?
So we're watching some showers and thunderstorms off the coast. They'll gradually get closer to the coast and move on shore during the morning hours and into the early afternoon. They'll move into inland areas. Our rain chance today about 50%. We'll do the same pattern again tomorrow. And then as we head into the weekend, perhaps some slightly drier air and some building high pressure may reduce our rain chances just a little bit. Daytime highs will go up a little bit too because we won't have those cooling rains.
All right, finally this morning, the internet going crazy over this video from Colorado where a goat headbutts his way through glass doors into an office. It's trying. Oh. Employees at a public works products plant arrived at work thinking they had a breaking and entering robbery going on, but instead their security camera proved instead they had a scapegoat instead.
Wonder what he was trying to get in there.
Does he get through?
I don't know, but that's pretty strong glass, apparently.
So.
That's good stuff. I'd like to have that in my front door.
Oh my goodness. See, I could understand maybe if he was trying to break into like an ice cream store or a place with food, but an office building, what was he trying to get?
Oh, there we go. There we go. The payoff at the very end there.
There you go.
He ran away anyway. Enjoy your Wednesday, folks.
Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next.